So what happens when your offer is accepted to purchase a home? When do you get the keys? What happens next? Well, if you're watching this video, it may be because your offer was just accepted to buy a home, and on behalf of our brokerage, congratulations. This is the first step of many before you get the keys to your new home. In this video, I'll help explain the next steps to expect before closing. Once your offer is accepted, you will enter into your termination option period to do your due diligence. This is typically a 7 to 10 day period, and that length of time depends on what was negotiated in your contract. This time gives you the opportunity to inspect and investigate the property. You're going to want to hire a home inspector and perhaps other types of inspectors like termite, septic, depending on the property type and the property's condition. You can have the peace of mind that if anything that's deal breaking is found during your due diligence period, you can terminate the contract and receive your earnest money back. Earnest money is a deposit that you will pay to show the sellers that you are a serious buyer. The earnest money is typically 1% of the purchase price, but again, this could be higher or lower depending on what was negotiated with your offer terms. You'll pay the deposit to the title company, and this needs to be paid within 3 days of your offer being accepted and executed. The title company holds on to this money and it is credited back to the sale of the property. So there are so many contingencies throughout this process that are there to protect your earnest money deposit. For example, if deal-breaking items are found during the inspection, or if your lender's not able to approve your loan, or if the home doesn't appraise, most of those times you can terminate your contract for those specific reasons and you'll receive your earnest money deposit back. Unless you're paying cash or you waived your right to those contingencies in your offer. Once you've paid your earnest money and completed your home inspections, the next step is to ask the sellers for any repairs if items were found during the option period. These are typically for safety concerns or items that need to be repaired or replaced. It doesn't give the buyers an opportunity to ask for cosmetic updates or for the seller to replace something that isn't broken. For example, if you just want a new AC unit just to have one and the current one's working, you can't ask for that. Once you've submitted your repair request to the seller, they have the option to decide if they're willing to accept, decline, or agree with part of your request. They can even offer you a credit toward the repairs at closing. The way you approach these requests is very important. If you ask for too many things or a ton of little things, you could upset the sellers and they're more likely to say no to everything. If the seller does not approve all of your requests, you can typically get another opportunity to terminate the contract and receive your earnest money deposit back. Once you're through the repair negotiations, if you're financing, your lender will order the home appraisal. Your lender may require you to pay up front for this. There are several out-of-pocket expenses before closing, including the earnest money deposit, your inspection fees, and your appraisal. The appraiser will go out to the property, They're going to take pictures, they're going to verify the square footage, and they're going to put together a detailed report comparing this property to properties that are like this property that have sold recently. This can take around a week or so to get back. If the home does not appraise for the contract price, your lender may not be able to loan you the full amount. This could require more cash at closing, or a lower down payment, or for the seller to come down in price. If there's not an option that works for you, or if the seller's not willing to budge on the price, the appraisal contingency does give you another option to terminate your contract. Once you're through with all the inspections and appraisals, you're getting so close to the finish line. A lot of my clients can really start getting excited at this point because the major steps are out of the way. The next step is getting your final loan approval. Your lender's going to be asking you for all kinds of documents and signatures to get your final approval for your loan. It is important to not make any big purchases while you're trying to buy a home. Don't open any new lines of credit or add any debt. Always ask your lender before you make any big purchases. Once your lender has your final loan approval, the title company will start preparing your closing documents. I've purchased several homes in my life, and I never actually believe that is happening until I'm at the title company signing those documents with the notary. So it is an exciting day. We will schedule your closing appointment for you to go in and sign. If you're not able to attend in person, you can sign with a notary from almost anywhere. Before closing, it's important to do a final walkthrough back at the home. This gives you the opportunity to ensure that your home is in similar condition and all of the items that convey, like curtains, curtain rods, the appliances, are still there at the home. You'll also want to call the utility companies a few days before closing to start transferring the electricity, water, and gas into your name. On closing day, it's difficult to determine what time your home will close, depending on when the funds are transferred. So you may not want to schedule the movers for the day of closing just because you don't know what time you'll actually get your keys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please contact me, Dawn Bridwell, Coldwell Banker, Blueberry Realty. If you don't have a realtor already, I would love to talk to you.